So play by play, step by step, I'm gonna run you guys through this shit. Oh man. This is the game. The game of the younger modern women today. And this is what they're gonna try to do. And you can't fall for these tests, you can't fall for these games, you cannot fall for what they do. You can't. So basically, first and foremost, you're gonna start talking to some girl. It's gonna be going pretty well. Pretty fucking well, bro. To the point where it's like, okay, this girl finds me attractive. I find her attractive as well. She's gonna appear to make things rather easy for you at first. She's going to initiate, she wants to even hang out with you at first. You can't fall for this, bro. You can't just think she's telling the truth. And it's not that you ain't actually gonna hang out. It could definitely happen at some point. But bro, she's gonna talk to you in a way where it's still a dream, it's still a fantasy. She might wanna do it, but is she actually going to do it? It's not your fault if it doesn't happen as soon as she said it should happen. Bro. Women want to make it seem like everything's going so well. And all of a sudden, it's not going to be going so well. She's going to build things up just to tear it down, to see what you're going to do. And in these circumstances and situations, you don't do a thing. You keep living your life. Don't even talk to one woman at once, bro. I'm telling you right now, I was never an advocate for this, but man, don't stop talking to other girls you might be talking to just because one is starting to maybe shine through a little bit. She's going to have to shine through a whole hell of a lot more than just a little bit. It's going to have to be some next level shit before you stop talking to some other girls, bruh. And that's the way it has to be. You don't have to talk to one if you don't want to. I understand. I spend time, none. Like actually talk to them. I would still talk to them in real life, but it's not like that. I'd still talk to some on the phone, but it's not like that. You still talk to some at the gym, but it's still just not like that. But you're going to be talking to some, bro, where it is like that. And let me tell you, the younger and hotter she is, the more loopholes she's going to try to put you through. And it's not your fault. It is not your problem. It is her problem. I've had women admit on the phone that it is their fault. It's not you, it's not you. They're not lying, bruh. It is them. You guys have to understand how much women don't want to look stupid. No woman wants to look stupid, bro. And especially if you're a man of value and your value is very high. You run more of a risk, or not you, she runs more of a risk of looking stupid around somebody like yourself when you guys actually meet up one-to-one. You're not going to hear any other dating coaches say stuff like this, but bruh, this is how it goes. Other dating coaches might tell you, and I get what they're saying because this stuff happens as well, like she has so many options, so all this stuff, but bruh, she could really like you a lot, and she still struggles to hang out with you because she don't want to run the risk of looking stupid because you're so well put together. She don't want to look dumb, like at all. She wants to be attractive when she's around you. She wants to be her best when she's around you. Let me tell you, but if she's going to hang out with you, bro, she's going to be prepping. She's going to be prepping. She's going to be getting ready. She'll probably hit the gym extra hard because she don't want to look stupid in any way, shape, and form. And when she sees you for the first time in real life, boy, best believe she's going to be nervous at first. And it's actually your job to tone that down in her, to not like come off as your most confident self, but to tone yourself down a little bit just to make her more comfortable at first. And over time, as minutes, as a half hour to an hour to 2 hours goes by, you can slowly start revving up your engine and be who you are. Because if you're just being who you are and you're your confident self just at first, it's going to come off as too much for her. You have to know how, when a woman comes in your presence, how to try to make her feel more comfortable instead of portraying yourself as you actually are, because that's a lot for her, bruh. If you're like a confident guy with your shit together, that's a lot for her at first. You're going to have to tone that down some. But yeah, that's one way of looking at it, and it's something you have to be very careful of. But in the process of all this, when women deal with a bunch of guys, bro, they're literally trying to mentally break down certain guys they're dealing with, and this is shit you cannot fall for. Like, nothing is your fault, bruh. I'm gonna be real. Like, you're good. Damn near nothing is your fault. They're gonna try a lot of shit. They're gonna try a lot of shit, boy. And you just have to go with it. Just keep living your life regardless of what's happening. It's the best thing you could do. The more you sit around thinking, oh my God, like, what is she doing? Don't even do that. I used to do that shit all the time, bruh. You used to focus on one girl all the time. You just can't. And this is stuff almost all men learn far too late in life. Far too late in life. And I wouldn't consider learning this stuff in your mid to late 20s too late. But there's guys in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s that's just learning this stuff right now. Depending, you still have time, but it's like nothing's too late, but you want to know as much as you can possibly know as young as possible. It's the same thing with success. If you don't know certain things, you'll live your whole life up to your 40s and 50s and 60s, never started one single business, worked a job your whole time, like the whole time you were alive. There's just things you probably didn't know. So it's good to know. It's good to know that women are going to play these games to try to mentally break you down from pillar to post, because it's their job. It's literally their job. The women I've gotten the easiest, I've seen them in real life first. If you start to conversate with a woman just over text, bro, or over any app, you've never saw her in real life, it's gonna take some time for the most part to see this person unless you make a hell of a plan. Especially if you're high value, because if you're not that high value, she might not be that nervous to go and see you. But if your value is very high, bro, you not think she's gonna be nervous to go and come right in your door? Yes. Very much so. Even to go meet with you somewhere else, like it's gonna be nerve-wracking for her. So it would be best, and I'm thinking about these things, but it would be best to make a stellar plan where it's going to be the least amount of awkwardness to meet up with a girl for the first time, because as soon as you start to talk to her and you guys spend at minimum a couple hours together in real life, it's pretty much a wrap after that. You're going to make her feel comfortable, and then she's going to easily come over, you're easily going to talk, things will be a lot easier. But if it's all over text, bro, she's going to try to mentally break you down. She might flake. She might say she wants to hang out and then doesn't. Like, this is just how shit is going to go a lot of the time. Because she's nervous. She's not going to tell you that. But some women are very honest, bro. Some actually will. But these younger, prettier girls, bro, they don't want to come off like they are any bit nervous, but they very much so are. Like, they very much so are. You yourself is going to be a little bit nervous if you never saw her in real life and y'all are going to meet up and hang out for the first time. You're going to be a little bit nervous. But you're gonna like, if you have confidence, you're gonna be so much less nervous to the point where you show no nervousness at all. No nervousness at all. One of the most nervous times I've ever had in my life with a female. I was going to her house at her parents' place, and this is not the ex of the main ex. This was a girl that I talked to over text for months and months, up to almost half a year. And I was 20 and she was 18. And I was on my way to her house, and it was her parents' house. There was people there, and it's just me going there. And the thing is, I could feel nervous. I could feel any kind of way in some situation, but I can set the tone. Like, I'm not gonna allow something to hold me back. I'm not gonna flake like a female, even if I do feel nervous. Like, to a degree. I will feel the nerves and still go to her house. A woman could feel nerves and literally flake because she can't handle what's about to happen. That shit would never happen with me, and it's not going to happen with most guys, to be honest. But we're also human beings, and we feel certain things. I actually didn't feel that nervous when I was on my way to her house. It was more so when I opened the car door and I'm going into her house, because, bro, this girl also had sisters that was in the same high school as myself. So it's like, I'm not just dealing with this girl. I'm dealing with her, a few of her sisters, possibly her family. I don't know who's going to be at the door when I go there. So I go up there and I open the door, and she's just like waiting there smiling as I'm as I'm coming in. And I just like gave her a smirk and nodded, and then they just came in the house, and it wasn't that crazy. But like a few steps away from the door, I'm just thinking like, holy shit. Yep. But I hit it very well. Like, I felt a bit nervous on the inside. And talking about this stuff makes you a bit nervous just talking about it, because like you feel what you've went through. But it wasn't that, it wasn't like, it wasn't nothing that crazy. It's just, that was probably the most nervous I ever was. Like, I've never been that nervous around females ever. But just how long we talked over text, the build up, who was at her house, the whole situation. Any single man on planet Earth would have felt a little bit nervous. And like, it was like a 5-second thing, and it was like done. Like, I easily got over it. I easily got over that hump. I didn't even portray nervousness like to this girl. She had no idea. Like, it's not like, oh my God, I'm panicking when I walk in the front door. It wasn't that deep. And it wasn't so much so when I was walking in the door in the house. It was like a few steps away from the door. You just think in your mind, like, they're there, parents are there. So it's like, shit. You get closer, you see her, she smiles, you smirk back. I even had a few things with me, like food and water and stuff like that. And I asked her where the fridge was, and I had to put my stuff in the fridge because I was like strictly bodybuilding at this time, would not miss a meal, nothing. And I just put it in the fridge, and we sat down on the couch, and it was just me and her, and she probably felt more nervous than I felt. But I was like, good, I am me, I'm in my way. We go to the couch, there's nobody else around at this specific time. I feel good. just like right now. And we put on a show, I think it was a movie, Southpaw or something like that. Jake Gyllenhaal, Southpaw. And yeah. But yeah, that was just a quick story. That was probably the most nervous I've ever been, and it wasn't even that crazy. Because I've never been that nervous. Like, the first time I even went to my ex's house, walking the front door, her mom was right there. She wasn't there. She was in her room, bro, and her mom, like, answers the door. She didn't make it nervous. It was, like, cool. Like, I was, like, cool instantly with her mom. But, yeah. But anyways, point of the video, a lot of these younger women, bruh, they're gonna try to break you down mentally. And it's not like, not all, sometimes they do mean this shit. Sometimes it is their agenda, but sometimes they can't even help what they're doing. Like, you're gonna go through that shit. You're gonna go through those hoops. And it's typically up to yourself if you want to keep dealing with her. If it goes on for too long and she cannot hang out with you, maybe attempt setting up a better plan to where she's going to be less nervous, because if you just get her once, you can have her. If it ends up working out. Because it's that first initial thing, bro. It's seeing her in real life. It's showing her who you are and how comfortable you can make her. She can still feel confident around you because, bro, you're going to be more confident than her, but like, it's important that a woman still feels like herself to a degree when she's around you. Nobody wants to be extremely uncomfortable. Nobody wants to be panicky and timid, shy, nervous whenever somebody else is around. Nobody wants to feel that way, including women themselves. So if you can set something up where it's going to be a good time, maybe meet somewhere. Maybe don't get her over to your place or go to her house the first time. You can, if she can do it. But possibly do something else. Possibly meet somewhere. Go for a walk. That'd be perfect. When you're standing up, bro, you got the most confidence. When you're sitting down, you're actually the most least confident. So it's like, if she just comes into your house, you both sit down right off the bat, which I wouldn't anyways. I'd be standing up, bro, listening to music, just talking and making her feel comfortable. But if you plan to go somewhere, like to a boardwalk, you meet up there, both of your vehicles or something like this, because even if you pick her up, bro, it still might make her nervous. Like, she might get in your car and she just like, get the paper bag. It might happen. So, and hey, you can pick, if she's down with it, of course. But if you find a woman, and this is the best advice I could give, if you find with a woman, every plan you continue to make keeps falling through, make a better plan. Make a better plan. Because it's how she feels on the inside is what's either going to make her show up or not. Because when a woman flakes, bro, it's not always out of disrespect. It's out of her fears. It's out of her not wanting to feel that damn uncomfortable, because she understands you're a man of value. You're a man of substance and standard. You're confident yourself. She don't want to look like a little pussycat. Like, she wants to be confident too. She wants to not feel not like herself. She wants to be confident as well. She wants to have a little bit of charisma and stuff as well. And you would want her too. You don't even want to hang out with her if it's going to be like that, bruh. Because it's just not going to end that well. And she don't want you to see that. She would, even if you did hang out with a girl and she got like extremely nervous to the point where she damn near freaking out, she would get over that hump and not feel that no more. But she don't even want you to see that, man. Like, she don't want you to see that. That's why they will flake sometimes. It's not always because they're disrespecting you and your time. It's because they literally cannot do it. Like, I understand this about them. If they flake, I'm not, what the hell? And some guys get all crazy, bro. If a woman flakes, it's like, bro, you literally don't understand what is going on throughout her fucking body. Like, you literally don't understand. Like, 99 times out of 100, a woman is not just going to make plans and flake just to be a bitch. Like, no. Something is up. Something's up with that, bruh. Especially if she really likes you and you can tell. Something would just be up with it. You know what I'm saying? So think about those things as well. If something like that happens, bro, you can stop talking to her if you want. Like, you can. I've done it before for the simple fact that things went on just a little bit too long for my liking, and I just lost interest. Like, I literally lost interest. It's like, yes, you're definitely an 8 out of 10. You look great. But I don't want to keep talking. I don't want to keep texting you. Like, it's time to hang out. So if they literally can't hang out, and you've made many different plans, like, bro, me and this girl I'm talking about, this happened in 2021. We planned to go to a beach together. That's us showing up at a beach, seeing each other, walking and talking in a very good place where she should be confident. Lots of space, lots of other people around. Like, so if they can't even do something like that, the texting is done. The talking is done. On to the next. And that's how she goes. And just be worried, bro, about these females that's going to try to mentally break you down, because like I said, it is up to yourself if you want to keep putting up with that or not. It is entirely up to yourself. I'm not going to make the decision for you, but I'm telling you guys what I would do in every case scenario, which I already done. Internally, it depends what you want to do as a man. You want to keep getting your time wasted, quite possibly. Or move on to the next. She might be bad, bruh. She might be hot, but there's other ones that's that hot. And eventually, one's going to show up. You're going to get her somewhere. And shit could propel forward. That's what you want. But anyways, that's pretty much it. Don't fall for these games. Don't fall for this stuff. Like, when I say don't fall for it, don't think the wrong things about what's actually happening. It wasn't always in my life that I knew what was happening in every situation that happened, but now I'm pretty much to that point where it don't matter what's happening. Like, if something falls through, I know why it happened. Because you can just tell, because you've been through so many situations and you understand women. So don't believe the wrong things about the world, because that is what sucks. Believing the wrong things about the world, believing the wrong things about people and situations you might find yourself in. Don't do it. It's like trusting some psychopath with your life and your well-being. Like, might act like they like you and love you and stuff, but they're literally toying with you. And it's about to get really bad. So don't believe the wrong things about people and the world and situations in general. I hope this video could help.